Here's the solution for day 3. Complete the table to graph this equation. In this table, there are several x values given. We need to find the corresponding y values. To do that, you substitute each x value into the letter x up here. So there's a whole bunch of empty space here. For the very first one, we would substitute -4 where the x is. When you make substitutions, it's a really good idea to put the number in parentheses that you're substituting. And that way the exponents will correctly apply to the numbers. So -4 squared makes 16. In this spot, 2 times -4 is -8, and on the end you have -1. So this makes 16 minus 8, which is 8, minus 1, which is 7. The next number we're supposed to substitute in is -3. Again, every time I substitute, I'm putting parentheses around the number that I'm substituting in. -3 squared makes 9. 2 times -3 is -6, and on the end there's -1. So 9 minus 6 makes 3, minus 1 makes 2. So far we figured out that this value is 7, this value is 2. We need to keep going. So the next number you substitute in is -2. -2 squared makes 4. 2 times -2 is -4, and then -1. So 4 minus 4 is 0, minus 1 is -1. Now, instead of writing out full lines of work like this every time you substitute in, you definitely want to try to do this in your head. So -1 squared makes 1. Remember that. In this spot, 2 times -1 is -2. So we have 1 and -2, which makes -1, and then -1 is -2. Now we want to fill in 0. 0 squared is 0. In this spot, 2 times 0 is 0. So we have 0 plus 0, which is 0, and then -1. That's -1. Well, this is interesting. We had a -1 before. Now we want to substitute in 1. 1 squared is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. And 1 plus 2 is 3. And then take away 1 is 2. We had a 2 before. We're getting some repetition. If we were correct on this value, then we think that this one should also turn out to be 7. Let's substitute in a 2 and see. 2 squared is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8, and then -1 is 7. Now that we have all these ordered pairs, we can graph dots. So -4 comma 7 is left 4 units, up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -3 comma 2 is left 3 units, up 2 units. -2, -1 is left 2 units, down 1 unit. -1 comma -2 is left 1 unit, down 2 units. 0, -1, stay at the origin, go down 1 unit. 1 and 2, from the origin go right 1, up 2. And then 2 comma 7, right 2, up 7. These are only some of the dots that satisfy this equation. We could certainly have used numbers that were less than -4 or greater than 2, and we could have used numbers in between these. For that reason, we're going to connect these dots with a curve. Arrowheads on the end of the curve indicate that this keeps going. Hopefully you remember from algebra class that an equation that has a x squared term in it like this creates a parabola shape. And so the fact that we got this U shape was what we expected.